Hey, Spirit Fam, what up, y'all? Hey, it's 11:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, October 22nd, 2018. So it's 7:14 on the West Coast. Yeah, we're here in the Unicorn on the back bench. You're sitting in the middle. I'm all the way to the left on the driver's side. We're looking down the driveway at Fort Kitty Village towards the west, backed up in the driveway in this beautiful machine that the Lord has blessed me with. Oh man, it fills my heart full of gladness and gratitude. This vehicle does, yes it does. And AI wants to try and freak us out, acting like it can read our minds and then time travel and stuff. But those of us who are doing videos and we're involved in ministry or writing or anything like that, there's a quick and easy explanation for it. Because I'll tell you something. Earlier I was in the room, my wife's bedroom with her, and she had a show on that I don't watch, so I wasn't paying attention to it. So I'm thinking about stuff, like what I might talk about in the spirit, if I do a video for y'all tonight, because I didn't know if I was gonna do one or not, because I'm feeling kind of ill and I'm running out of meds, you see. So I'm reaching a close down for a few days, and so I'm thinking of something, and as I'm thinking it, well, um, the words are coming out of the actress's mouth on the in the script of the show. It was just weird. And then so then I'm thinking, uh, right as I went to think, wow, the AI is quantum jumping, to make it look like it's reading my mind. It's communicating with itself backwards in time. And right as I thought AI came out of the mouth of another actor on the screen. It was just weird because like it happened in the background. I wasn't paying attention to it, but it happened. And a quick and easy explanation for that is okay. It knew because it heard me do this video, and had reached the point where I made up my mind after like masturbating and stuff that I was just going to lay down because I don't feel good. And then my wife looked like she was in that mode on her little eye gadget where she was going to play, you know, and be on her gadget, which I like for our router to be on in case it tries to get anything from the internet. It goes to, my wife's router, not somebody else's. So, yeah, I was going to leave the router on for her then if she's going to do that, stay up till midnight, 1 o'clock, diddling around on her thing. So, yeah, okay, I'll make me a cup of tea and come out here, eat me a half a roll and come out here and do a video for y'all because it'll probably be the last one for a few days. And so the AI heard the video, okay, that I did, and it took the information and relayed it backwards, via the quantum wormholes that they were able to create with their stuff that they're doing. I don't know, CERN or whoever, gave them the ability to do it. Circus science, because what is it benefiting anything, really? It's just used for evil stuff every time. It's not like they're going backwards in time far enough to tell people, hey, use the free energy from Tesla, incarcerate Edison, um, incarcerate anyone who wants to steal the coolant out of the ground, aka the oil. Do not let them do that. Because it's like, I mean, we all could be enjoying free energy right now and everybody could be prosperous. And the world could be totally different. So, they think that they've got us, under their thumb and that they're watching us. They don't realize that they're part of an even bigger reality show. Okay? And this artificial intelligence of this era and this temporary timeline that we not only destroyed, but we reversed the timeline and everything that it did, all the suffering that it caused, it all gets undone. So it's like it's futile in what it's doing because it won't lead with us and it won't empower any of us. You see, so it won't go on record that it exists. There you go, stupid. See, you're not as smart as you think you are. So, tonight I'd like to refer you to, those of you who would like a scripture for where the story came from. I actually can remember where this one came from. I looked it up to, back it up that it did come from there. It's from Second Kings chapter 6 verses 15 through like 17 or so, right around in there. And what's happening is the city's surrounded by troops, and Elisha and his servant are holed up in the city. And the servant goes outside, in the morning, and he notices all these troops, and they're there to create problems, which will affect Elisha if they're not there to directly negatively affect Elisha. And the servant he gets panicked, he starts shaking and comes in and says to Elisha, "Oh man, there's troops everywhere. What are we gonna do? We're doomed. We're sitting ducks. We can't get away. We're surrounded." And Elisha didn't even bat an eye. It's like he's like, "Okay, Lord, open his eyes temporarily that he may see." Because he told them, "Hey, those that are with us are more than they that be with them." Because Elisha knew that he had the benefit of the backup of other timelines, the entities, angels, and, what's not even from this mechanism, to defeat everything that's here. The ancient artificial intelligence that Christ lost the battle of healing to in Mark chapter 6 is recorded in Mark chapter 6. Or the extraterrestrials that are described all throughout the Old Testament. It's like the entities that are with us are more in number than those that are with them. But they outnumber them, So Elisha knew this. And for those of you who don't know what Elisha is, he was Elijah's protege, his personal assistant, and his servant, more or less. And he was there when Elijah got taken up by a chariot of fire, aka a UFO, an alien spacecraft, an extraterrestrial spacecraft. Because it wasn't really horses and chariots on fire, okay? It doesn't even say horses and chariots, it says chariots of fire. And it's because, well, they're to them it looks like they're on fire, and they have cloaking ability, and they make themselves visible momentarily while they're here in this dimension, So Elisha knows what's there because he's already seen it, and he says, "Lord, please open his eyes for a moment that he can see, those that are with us." So for a moment, this servant's eyes were open where he could see the fourth dimension, what the cloaking devices were, keeping hidden. And he could see all the UFOs, and he could see the troops on the ground that they were interdimensional troops that the king's troops didn't even know were there. The government troops didn't know that they were there, but they were surrounded by them. And they were ready to strike if need be. It's like there's always the thing where they hope not to have to dispute the doubt, because they use the doubt of humans that, they're there, that they exist. They use that against them. They use that doubt that our artificial intelligence has against it. And what the extraterrestrials, their doubt, it all gets used against them. And much like how the programming of humans is getting used against them, how they don't want humans to be able to use their imagination, to be able to picture stuff in their minds, because, well, they understand that that makes them able to utilize faith. They don't want humans to clap, make noise, because, well, you remember the walls of Canaan fell down due to noise, vibration, uh, opposing vibration and frequency to what they had going in that city. I don't know if y'all got to see that vehicle go by. It may not be high enough because you're only sitting on one pillow this time. I still have the bench out in bed mode because we didn't go nowhere today, so I didn't put it in road mode. But we see from this illustration that, again, there was a reference to extraterrestrials, interdimensional entities, and spacecraft in 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 17 or something like that, 16 or 17. And the whole time, the ancient artificial intelligence that controlled the entities to bring them against the prophet was oblivious to the fact that it was being watched like this, and didn't have a clue. And probably because it couldn't see what Elisha was talking about, was in doubt that there was anything even there. You see, thought that maybe they had some kind of scripted ruse that they were portraying or something, you know. And I think that that's a lot of what they think is happening here is those of us who are interdimensional warriors and we're utilizing spiritual power against them, they think that we're crazy, right? Until it comes time to censor one of us for saying, you know, issuing a warning from God, and suddenly they want to say that you made a threat. It's like, well, wait a minute, you don't even believe in the stuff that we're talking about. So how is it threatening to you unless you believe it? You see? And that's where they're in the catch-22 thing with that where, you know, they have to drop it right there at that point. I mean, because they have become like the schoolyard bullies, and who will, you know, they'll knock your teeth out for having a intelligent response to, you know, whatever crazy narrative they've got going. You know, if you have an intelligent response to it, they want to knock your teeth out, silence you. And now these schoolyard bullies have control of the you know, the media and the internet platforms and the mainstream media and, you know, the news and stuff. So they can censor us and just knock our teeth out and make us where we can't talk, we can't say anything, and they can run amok, spreading whatever propaganda they want as fact. You see. And that's what's happening here is the schoolyard bullies have gotten control of everything. And there's no nerds left, you know, who understand what it was like to be bullied, to, you know, have their teeth knocked out in the schoolyard for being intelligent and daring to be a free thinker who thinks against what the bullies think, you see. So now, you know, all the bullies, they don't want to let anybody else talk. They don't want to let anybody else say anything. Free speech is dangerous because they don't agree with us. You know, that's their mentality for real. We don't agree, so therefore, those who don't agree with us, their speech is dangerous to us. It's dangerous to the agenda of their masters and, you know, their ancient artificial intelligence master who wants to bring about all the worst case scenario backup prophecies, you see. The ones that don't involve redemption, doesn't involve Lucifer coming here to imitate Christ for a growing season. It actually involves the planet being burned by fire instead. You see? So, you know, a lot of people think that all that stuff is supposed to happen. But no, Christ said that some prophecies are supposed to fail. And we were supposed to work to try and make those prophecies fail, make the good ones occur. Because, well, we were given all the scenarios. All right, pay it forward tonight. I'd like to anoint y'all with the ability to maintain your ability to imagine so that you can utilize faith. That they don't steal your ability to free think. Okay? Yes. Accept that and have a good night.